Hi guys, welcome to Sedani Food and Lifestyle channel. Guys, today for my breakfast, I'm gonna be having callaloo with codfish, okay? This is the callaloo, okay? It's already washed and cut up. What happened is that my husband planted in his garden. So this is from like my summer garden. So what we do, because it doesn't grow during the winter and it's cold here in the Northeast, so we had it packaged, okay? So this is already packaged, washed, cut up and stuff like that. And I'm gonna have it with my breakfast with codfish. And I have my codfish boiling over there. Okay, so I have my seasoning all cut up to go. I have my tomatoes, my onions, my red peppers, green peppers, my thyme, my garlic, my scallion, okay? So, and these are, I'm using olive oil for my, yeah, I'm gonna be using olive oil. So I'm just gonna put my seasoning in my oil, okay, to saute them a little bit over here. As you can see, I'm gonna put that over here. It's gonna be my breakfast, okay? I'm just gonna saute that a little bit over here. Just turn up my fire a little bit. Okay, that smells so good. The seasoning. Okay, let that saute a bit. While that is sauteing in my oil, I've been boiling my codfish. I boil it about 2.5 times, okay, to take the salt content out of it, okay? So when it's like this, I'm never gonna put any salt in it, okay? Let me just drain the water from it. Okay, so I boiled it like 2.5 times. This is like the 3rd time. So I'm just draining the water from it. I'm gonna put it here, okay? 2 nice little pieces. Gonna put it there. Don't wanna waste any of it. And I'm just gonna pick it up like so, okay? So you make it into small little pieces. Let me just stir my seasoning in here. Okay, so you need the oil to get the flavor of the seasoning. Okay, and it smells really good. If you're standing here, you'd smell it. It smells really good. And just, oops, pick this up like so into small little pieces. So it could go into my pot. Okay, that's enough. Let me just tear this apart. Yeah. Okay, and then I'm gonna add it to my seasoning in here, okay? I'm just gonna add it all to my seasoning like so. As you can see, I'll add it like so. Okay, I'll stir that in there with it. Let's put a little black pepper on top of it. Smells really good. Some black pepper in there. Okay, and some crushed pepper. If you have Scotch bonnet pepper, you could use that also, but I'm not using any of that this morning. Okay, put some regular crushed pepper in there. Okay, and we're just gonna keep stirring that. Let that saute nicely in the pot. Along with all the seasoning, the tomatoes, the scallion, the green peppers, the red peppers, the onions, and your thyme. Okay, let that go like that. And I'm gonna come over here. I have 2 bags of callaloo, but I'm gonna use 1 because it's just basically 2 of us this morning. So it's, like I said, it's already washed and seasoned. I mean, not seasoned, but washed and packaged away. And this is from my freezer. So I'm just like opening it. Let me throw it in here to this dish right here. And that's what it looks like. It's nice and green. It's between, I would say callaloo is between spinach and collard green. Collard green takes a little longer time to cook. Spinach takes about 10 minutes or so to cook. This takes about 15 to 20, while your collard green will take an hour or so, you know, because the texture is different. But it's a green, just like spinach and collard green and turnip greens and stuff like that. Okay, I'm just breaking it apart. Okay, because it is in the freezer. Okay, no need to wash it again because, like I said, it was cut up properly, washed, and packaged, just like how you get your frozen spinach and your frozen collard green in the supermarket. And this is sold in the supermarket also in cans. You could get this in cans. Okay? So let me get a piece of paper and wipe my hands. And now I'm gonna come back over here. Okay. Nice and sauteed together, and now I'm gonna put my callaloo on top of it. Okay? Get my callaloo over here, and I'm gonna be adding it in like so. Okay. Oh, it's a lot of callaloo. Even though it looks small in the bag, it looks tricky when it's in the bag. It looks small, but it's a lot when you open it. Okay, get this. Like this. Greens, you need greens in your system, you know. Throughout the holidays, I've been eating a lot of cake and meat and stuff like that. So I want some greens. I mean, I did have some greens, but it's mostly like string beans and broccoli and stuff like this. But this is good. Has a lot of iron in it. Okay, all your greens, your turnip greens, your spinach, the collard green, they all have iron in it, which is good. So, okay, so I'm going to put a little bit more olive oil over it, and I'm going to steam it down with some water, okay? It makes its own water too, but I'm just going to put a little water in there, okay? Like I said, the codfish is already slightly salted. Even though I boiled it, it still has a little salt in it. Let me get some warm water over here. I'm going to throw a little warm water on it, and it's going to steam for a good 15 minutes or so, okay? So let that steam. Put my pot down. And it smells really good, and it's going to cook down nicely. Okay. Yeah. It shrink. What I could tell you, just like collard green and spinach, it looks like a lot, but it does shrink. You know? It does shrink. So I'm just going to leave this covered and let it boil or steam. And I'm going to cover it and just let it steam. And then while I'm doing that, I'm going to make some dumplings. I'm going to have callaloo and codfish and dumplings, okay? So let me come over here. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, guys, remember I told you I'm going to be having dumpling with callaloo and codfish. So my husband is going to be making the dumplings. He's usually the one that makes the dumpling in the household. And he's going to be using flour. Okay, so he's putting the flour into the container that he's going to be using, and he's going to be mixing it with cornmeal because I like my dumplings to have cornmeal. I don't like pure white flour. That's just me, you know. And he's going to put a little sugar in there. Okay. You can use whatever sugar you have. You could use white or you could use brown. I'm going to put a little sugar in there. And he's going to put some baking powder in there. Okay, baking powder. And that's I'm putting a tablespoon or a teaspoon. Is that a tablespoon? That's not a full tablespoon. Mm-hmm. That's like a teaspoon. Mm-hmm. You have the teaspoon over here, but you use the tablespoon, but you use half of it. So basically it's like a teaspoon of baking powder he put in there. Okay? And he's going to put a little cinnamon in there. You could open the jar, I think this teaspoon can. How much cinnamon? Just a little cinnamon? Mm. Okay, just a little bit of cinnamon he's putting in there. You're going to put some salt in there. Let me see the salt. Is that enough salt? Or, okay, and just a little salt in there. Okay. Then he's going to put some milk in there. You could use any type of milk that you have. I'm using almond breeze, original almond breeze. So he's going to rub the ingredients together like your bacon, because even though it's dumpling, you still have to put baking powder in it so they can rise, because it will be tough if you don't put any. It won't be soft, it will be tough. So he's going to add some milk in there, mix it with milk. Okay. Maybe we could get 6 dumplings out of that. I'll eat 2 or 3. 6 dumplings. use about 2 ounces of milk, right? That's about 2 ounces of milk we use to put in there. Okay. You don't need any water, you know, because of milk almost. Just need a little bit more flour. A little bit more cornmeal. And then you're gonna okay. It's not really a long process, so yeah, I need to go back and check my callaloo over there. That's just okay, while he's doing that, let me go check my my callaloo over here. Okay. Let me see what it's doing over here. Let's see. It's cooking down nicely. Steam. Look at all that fish. You see, this fish looks small, but it's not really that small. Let me taste my pot. Let me taste it. Let's taste the water just to see how salty it is. Yeah, it has enough salt in it from the codfish. Let me taste the callaloo itself and see how far along it is. Taste a piece of the greens. See how soft it is. Almost there. This is almost cooked. We're gonna be doing the dumplings. Let me just cover this and let it simmer down. Finish making the dumplings. Okay, we got like 6 or 7 from it. We make them kind of small. We don't make them big. Make them round, or you can make them long. Either way, they go the same place. You got 8. Okay. You got 8 dumplings. Sometimes I mostly eat 3. If they're small, I may have 4. And if there's leftover, I leave it over for the next day. Sometimes I eat it. Put it in my fridge and I eat it. Yeah. You should turn on the fire for the dumplings. It can be that hot. Yes, so the dumplings are being kneaded. They call it kneading. He makes some long and he makes some round. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna be dropping my dumpling in my oil, and my oil is over here. Okay, these are small. So you're just gonna drop them in here. You're not gonna fry them on high fire or heat, okay? Let me see. Turn this down a little bit. You want them to fry slowly, but you need for them to get like brown, golden brown. So I'm just gonna drop them in here. I have some small one here. I guess everything can hold, you know, because they're not too big. Drop them in here. You could make them bigger if you want to. Make them larger. Okay. We're just gonna let these fry like so. You don't have to eat callaloo and codfish with dumpling. You could eat it with breadfruit. You could eat it with bread. You could eat it with crackers. Some people have it for dinner. You could eat it with rice, potato, whatever you like, whatever starch you like, you could eat it with. But this is what we're having for breakfast this morning, okay? So you don't want them to cook too fast. See, it's getting brown already on one side, but I know it's not finished yet. So let me turn my fire down a little bit more because you don't want them to fry too fast. Okay? So I turn my fire down and let those fry. And let me see what my callaloo is doing over here. See, there's my callaloo coming down nicely, steaming nicely. Okay? Pretty much cooked. I'm just gonna let it finish steaming over there. Okay. Yes, guys, look at my dumpling. They're getting golden brown. Okay. And my callaloo that I'm gonna be, and codfish that I'm gonna be eating with. Look at that. Look at that. Veggies. My nice vegetable with my codfish in there. This looks so yummy along with my dumplings. See, they're getting nice and brown. Okay, yeah, so that's what's happening today. Yeah, look at these dumplings over here. Look at my callaloo. Nice, okay. Continue, and then I'm almost done, guys. Almost done. Okay, guys, so my dumplings are finished. My callaloo is done. Let me just take them out and put them here on some napkins here. Okay. So my dumplings, see, they're nicely done, and they have that golden brown tint to it on both sides. Okay, and like I said, you could make them round or you could make them long, whichever way you want. So that's a little dumpling over there. I'll get this out of the way. And I have my callaloo over here, so I'm gonna just dish it out and show you what it looks like. Come over here, get my plate. I'm gonna dish some of my callaloo out over here. Okay, on my plate here. I'm gonna plate some of it out. I'm gonna have breakfast because it's a little bit late and I need to go get my hair done too. So I hope the shop is not packed with people because it's the day before New Year's Day. Let me get that. And I have my dumplings here. I'm going to take one round one long one. I'm going to take another long one. That's like 3 dumplings, okay? So this is what it looks like, okay, guys? That's my callaloo and codfish with fried dumpling. And my dumpling, like I showed you, has cornmeal in it. It's kind of hot, but let me break one of them. Let me break this one and show you what it looks like inside. See? It's nicely done, okay? And so you would just pick this up and eat it with that or dip it. It's kind of warm. Let me just take up a little bit of the codfish and the callaloo. Eat it with this. And this is a nice breakfast, okay? Let's blow this. This is really good, okay? Really good. Really good. Okay, guys, so this is how you make callaloo and saltfish or codfish or bacalao, whichever way you call it. This is my callaloo and codfish breakfast or saltfish breakfast with my fried dumplings. Okay, so happy making your callaloo and codfish. Okay, thanks for watching. Okay, please like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. Bye, guys.